Well, actually, thank you once again for your help. I really appreciate it. As you can see, everything is mixed. And over here we have a duplicate. This is the duplicate of this one, doesn't really matter, depending on the way you look at it. But this is gonna be about intuition. I'm gonna give it a quick cut, and you're gonna be the one looking for it, not me. It has to be based on your intuition. So I'm gonna give you a quick peek on the whole deck, so you can take a picture consciously or subconsciously of the whole deck. So let's see. You're gonna be placing cards face up one at a time with a whole deck. Okay, well, actually you're supposed to do it. So just place some over here, face up. And whenever you think it's a three of diamonds, you're gonna stop and place it face down on top of the rest of them without looking at it, okay? And you can just, down, okay, keep going until you go through the whole deck. I have to say that I'm being kind of astonished that we haven't seen the three of diamonds yet. Wow, okay, so let's see how you did it. So you can see over here, we have the one card face down, obviously, and the rest of them. So far so good. Well, the moment of truth, which one is that card? And that card, well, that card is the three of diamonds. Not bad at all. Look, the match. So you have a good skills, to be honest, in locating the card. Good perception. That's the right name. I hope you like it, because next I'm gonna show you how it's done. Hello everyone, how you all doing? So I'm gonna explain this performance several times. The first time is gonna be for those who don't like long tutorials, so I'm gonna explain it very quickly without getting into a lot of details. Then the second time is gonna be with more details and variations, and then at the end is gonna be a much easier way to accomplish this performance, okay? Which is gonna eliminate a lot of the steps that I will explain right now. And this is what is happening. You need a gimmick card, only one gimmick card, okay? So I had the three of diamonds over here, and this is a double face. If you want to know the way to do these double face cards, just go to the video description. I already have a tutorial how you can do double face cards, okay? Now there is one thing that I did with these double face cards. So I only cut 1 millimeter down here, just 1 millimeter, and then round the corners. You need to round them up. The reason I cut 1 millimeter, I will explain why, but you don't have to. But I will explain that in the second part or in the middle of this video tutorial. So I want to go very quickly in this overview. Now the reason I cut about 1 millimeter is so you can refold with your thumb and you can find the three of diamonds, okay, from the back. Then I cut once and twice. And for the audience not to see that I'm putting the three of diamonds right on top, notice I have that thumb break. I cut in one, and then when I cut again, the second time I flip them over. So the three of diamonds is at the bottom. Then what I need to do is just turn it over. So the eight of clubs is all the way over here. Then what I did is giving the explanation as you watch in the video performance. Then flip it over as it was kind of a mistake. You kind of forgetting, you know, that's the point. And then the audience can keep going, you know, one by one at a time. And whenever they want, they can just put one card face down and the rest of them face up. So I don't have to get into the whole dialogue. You just watch the performance and that's it. When you show the whole thing, the whole deck, I had the double face all the way on top. And the card they actually turn over is in a different card. Keep in mind that you had to get rid of the three of diamonds and the eight of clubs. Whatever cards you use, it doesn't have to be these ones, okay? For example, you're using the eight of clubs, then you need the regular eight of clubs from this deck, which the eight of clubs has to be somewhere. Maybe I left it in the box. And then when you close, I did a tricky move. This is going to be the only tricky part, which is not even that tricky, but I will explain those in the variation anyway. What I did is I was spreading. Then on the second spread, I drag the double face. And I'm trying to insert the double face somewhere in the center of the deck. Now, I already have a tutorial for this. Okay, but I already put it over here, the eight of clubs. I'm trying to lost it somewhere in the middle. Then this card, the one they actually turn it over, That's the card. I'm gonna control it in the penultimate position. Okay, from here, I'm kind of doing the spread control. So you can see I'm controlling the card to the penultimate position. Okay, so at this point I flip it over, and when showing the whole deck, you're showing the double face. Okay, and their card is gonna end up on the penultimate position, all the way over here. And that's it. You can get into this setup any way you want it. You can even do a turnover pass. Anyway, but that was the overview. There are many other ways, better ways to accomplish this performance. The issue is that I was doing this performance about 20 times. And I was so sick of it that I just end up doing the easiest performance, the easiest techniques. The performance of the techniques, they're not really that tricky. But I will explain that next, which is the variations, okay? This is going to be for those who are more serious about this performance, who really want to know the whole step and preparation. Okay, so this is going to be a little lengthy, maybe. Let's see. I had a 3 of diamonds somewhere lost. Now, if you don't want to cut 1 millimeter of this double face, you can just spread. Well, you can spread, as you can see over there. I had a 3 of diamonds. All these steps that I'm showing right now, they are going to be eliminated at the little twist that I actually add up at the end. Well, I came up with it trying to do a shortcut, but I will explain those later. Anyway, 3 of diamonds is right over here. So I'm trying to close the spread and inject the card that is before, which is the 5 of diamonds. Okay. At this point, I already had the break, as you can see, right below the selection. Now that's the way you can find the gimmick card. So you can actually do a thumb break, and the way I did it in a performance, it was with a little variation. I will explain a few more details. I had the pinky break right over the selection, and when bringing the selection all the way to the top, I don't want to do one cut. I did 2 cuts. But for the audience not to see this huge thumb break, I'm actually moving the hand from this angle towards the front, so I don't expose over here, and try to keep it close towards the edge over here of the deck, so I don't expose it. Then, because I have this bottom packet in mechanics grip, notice the thumb is on the long side, I try to turn it over face down from the short side, and because the thumb of this other packet is on the short side, I'm gonna flip it over from the long side. So I'm doing those 2 moves at the same time, short side and long side, and that's it. Okay, and then flip it over. The way I flip it over is because I did a swing cut. I have a huge thumb break once again on the double face card. I flip it over, drop it, and flip it over and place it right below the other packet, and then show it once again. The reason why you have to show it once again, for some excuses, something that is justifiable why you flip it over. Now, my excuse to do that is because I want the audience to have a picture of the whole sequence, because otherwise there is not enough reasons why you have it face down and then, you know, turn it over this way. It doesn't seem you're shuffling. So rather, you can just show the whole deck. Now, the variation that I was thinking of, when you have the 3 of diamonds over here, okay, because it is 1 millimeter shorter, I can just riffle, thumb riffle in the back. Well, I couldn't find it because I have to slide the short card over there towards this short side of the packet. So right there, I already have it. Do a pinky break, then I'm gonna bring it. Let me show it over here. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna move it just like so. I'm gonna flip it over from here with a ring finger all the way around and bring it towards the bottom. That's a nice way to bring it directly and turn it over at the same time from the center all the way where you need it, which is the bottom. I'm gonna riffle with my thumb to find the double face card. Notice the ring finger. I'm gonna bring it all the way around, but you have to be careful with this move because you have to use the palm of your hand to cover that move, to conceal that move. Okay, So once again, all the way around. Hopefully you don't see it from this angle. Let me show it to you. I want to be really cautious about it. But you know, keeping both hands in the deck or playing cards is not really a natural situation. At least you're doing something. So I don't want to keep both hands, you know, for too long. And I already have over here the 8 of clubs. So once you already have the double face all the way on top, you need to move an indifferent card right over the double face, the GIMMICK card. So it is on a penultimate position because you had to, well, the way you can do that actually, let me explain. Since the double face is already all the way on top, you can do a double undercut, okay, doing a huge thumb break on the card all the way on top. Cut it once and twice, and at the 10 of diamonds is already all the way on top. So at this point, I'm gonna explain to the spectator what they need to do. So I'm gonna do a second deal, but don't just do the second deal like this because they're gonna see the 3 of diamonds. Rather, you have to lift up the deck. Okay, this is the necktie. I believe that's how they call it, necktie. You lift it, and you can do a huge gap. You don't really have to be that fast. You don't need to do this, you know. You can do it slowly, but you are just explaining right there what they need to do. This is much better variation as I did it in the performance. Like I said, I was doing this in the performance, but because I did it about 20 times, I was you know, trying to get rid of this. Mainly because the last part was giving me a lot of issues trying to control or trying to find out a variation. But let me get there, okay? Then I give the deck to the spectator so they can put it one card at a time. Okay, and then whatever they think it is the 3 of diamonds without looking, they can just leave it over there. Now the variation. You have the face down card and the GIMMICK card over here, the double face. So what we need to do next is in jogging the penultimate or the 2 cards from below the one they turn over. The way to do that, let me do it really slowly. I'm trying to do a small spread so you can see better. Okay, this case, the one they turn over, 1, 2, the 6 of clubs. When I close the spread, I'm gonna in-jog the 6 of clubs. It doesn't even look that suspicious. A regular speed, let me show it to you, the 6 of clubs. Try to keep a wider spread. I already in-jog. Obviously, they're not supposed to see this huge discrepancy. You push down, and right there, I'm gonna do a pass, a turnover pass, maybe the real pass, whatever pass you want to do. The point is you need to switch the situation like it was facing up, like this. So the one they turn over is in the penultimate position in the GIMMICK card, which it was all the way on top. It ends somewhere in the middle. That's the point. That's the principle, and you can do whatever you think is better. It looks kind of suspicious when I was doing it in a performance. I was trying to keep it as clean as I can. And it took me several attempts because even though you practice in front of the mirror, it doesn't look the same thing as you watching yourself on the monitor, you know. But that's the goal, that's the situation. The double face, you already have it in the middle. And let me tell you very quickly that the way I accomplish to switch these cards in the performance, this is the double face, and this is the card they turn over, which is not a 3 of diamonds, obviously, but this is a reminder. That's why I want to leave it over there. Okay, so that's the card in play. Once again, I already have a tutorial how you can slide the card from the bottom all the way toward the center of the deck. Okay, then this card, the one I actually turn over, is going to be controlled, which to accomplish this, to control the card all the way at the bottom or in the penultimate position, I already have a tutorial called spread control. If you know how to do the spread control, then this is going to be good for you, or this is going to be quite easy for you to control it from the center all the way at the bottom, okay, of the deck without doing any pass. So you have to do those 2 things in the same single spread. So don't spread all the way on top, just leave a little block, okay, of cards. So you don't have to expose that card. Now I'm going to show you how to get rid of this card or this situation. What happens if you leave it like that? Okay, they cannot really examine this card So I was thinking about using double face tape. But let's say, what happens if you have this card almost all the way on top, all the way over here? How can you slide the card, this card, into the center, and then try to get rid of the other one? They put it face down. And as you can see, I tried to do 2 spreads. I already introduced the GIMMICK card into the center of the deck. Then I was trying to miss the face down card, okay? And then introduce the card, and then try it again, because you didn't find a double face card, okay, right there. And then I'm trying to do the spread control. And I already placed it on the penultimate position. So you can spread it once again, and that's it. You already have the 3 of diamonds, and over here the other card. So how can you eliminate all these steps? How can you really make it even easier? Maybe no more astonishing, but at least easier. And that's what I was thinking into all these variations. So to eliminate that situation, you can just leave the card we are going to be looking for face down. This is going to be a mysterious card. So you can already place this card, the opposite way, on the penultimate position since the beginning. So you can eliminate all those steps. So you can just spread and show. You don't need to mention anything about the 3 of diamonds. This is the mysterious card, which we're supposed to show at the end. So everything is mixed. There is no 3 of diamonds. So you can do any shuffle or whatever. So you can start explaining to that spectator what is going to happen. You do the second deal, as I already explained. Okay, you go one by one, but you're going to be doing it by yourself. And you are going to stop whenever you think this is going to be the card. Just by pure intuition, or whatever is the dialogue, doesn't really matter. Okay, everything face up, that face down, and this is the end. I had the indifferent card. It's not the 3 of diamonds. I already have the 3 of diamonds over here. So once again, when I close the spread, I'm gonna inject the 4 of spades, which is 2 cards below the one they turn over. Okay, as you can see over here. Then do the turnover pass. So that their card is gonna end up second from the top, and that mysterious card is right there. Okay, so you say this is the card you turn over, which is not. Then let's see which one is the card the mysterious card, and then it just happens to be the 3 of diamonds. So that's a really nice variation, which is gonna cut a lot of steps and really easy as well, to be honest, compared to the one I did in the performance, because I had to turn over this card and then locate it into the penultimate position so I can do the second deal. But how can you get rid of this card, or the penultimate, or the second from the top? When you are relaxed and you already close the spread, if you want, they can get distracted, take a double, and do this, and that's it. Once again, they are supposed to pay attention to this. This is just when you are relaxed, everything is over. I had a double over here as 1, a double, put the deck right over, and just, well, let me leave it out just so you can see, and flip it over. That's it. A regular speed. Okay, that's it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Everything is examinable except for a GIMMICK card. You need to get rid of it. But that's why I cut 1 millimeter, so you can locate the GIMMICK card without looking at it. That's why I cut 1 millimeter. So it's gonna jump off my thumb and I can locate it quite easily without looking. So that's the concept, the variations, and shortcut, sort of speaking, for this performance. Quite easy, to be honest, and really impressive as well. It's just that if you don't feel comfortable doing passes at the end, so I believe the way I was doing it in the performance, the end, instead of doing a pass, you can just control them using those 2 techniques. So that's it, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial.